is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome to the podcast today as we pay tribute to old people attempting technology. It is fascinating to watch, and it's so bloody frustrating.
Is that you talking into a microphone?
Tom, you look like my grandmother.
Technology. That joke was in the it felt like it was from the future.
I showed Dad a funny the other day on Instagram, and he said, how can I share that with me Friday Funnies group? So he wanted to get the content onto WhatsApp. It was almost impossible for him to get his head around.
Christine showed me a fanny, which was a weirder day.
No, I said a funny, Tom. Oh, enjoy the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Tell you what, you're winning if you got a job at Bunnings. Unless you were there on this day in particular. This is page 5 of the paper this morning, Fitz. Terrible, terrible news. Paul Andrew Hart is his name. And, mate, he loves a bit of a laugh. You know, Paul.
Heart.
He won't stop at anything if there's a laugh in it. He walked into the Northam Bunnings store in WA and he sprayed what is called a bottle of Satan's spit into the air.
What's Satan's spit?
Satan's spit is believed to be an extremely hot chili spray with a heat rating of 18 out of 10. That's 8 above max.
Why are you wasting it by spraying it into the air?
Caused 15 people to suffer burning eyes, sore throats and coughing. Here's the thing. He's claimed, and the judge has taken into account, as his representation in court has said, that it was an accident, Fitz. He intended to use a spray, but in his other pocket, which he was meant to use, was his fart spray.
Oh, come on, Andrew.
He's gone in and gone left pocket, right pocket, left pocket. I'm going to go with this one. I think I've got it. Shivers, that's Satan's spit. I meant to go with Hart's fart. This is a disaster. So the patients, 11 people, right?
Yep.
How powerful can this stuff be?
It's chili. I can understand if it's getting into your eyes, but you got to spray it directly into someone's eyes, wouldn't you?
Well, 11 people, he sprayed it in the aisle. 11 people went to hospital, including 2 children. They were all made to strip outside the building and have decontamination showers before they could seek medical treatment. So there was a $1,000 bill per person, and then the store reported a $16,000 loss because it was shut down and the hazmat clean team had to come in and clean up.
I've got something to admit here that I've never told on radio before.
Here we go. Drum roll, Jess. This doesn't happen in 14 years. I thought I'd heard it all.
When I was at the Swans, I was injured quite a bit, and I decided to take it upon myself to be the class clown of the team. And so when we would go and socialise, I tried to make everybody laugh and I tried to impress the senior players. We used to drink at the Light Brigade on Oxford Street.
Sure.
Now, I've told you about this before, but when I worked at Mitsubishi, so when I was making seats, there was this old guy that used to sell fireworks, and he used to sell these German stink bombs.
Okay.
Which were glass German stink bombs. And what you do, you put them on the ground and you smash the glass, and they were rancid, Whip. Like, it was horrible. So one night at the Light Brigade, I dropped one and I stepped on it, and the Light Brigade was chock-a-block full of people. It was like on a Friday night. And I emptied the whole place out.
Wow.
And the owner could see me, this tall, skinny bloke, laughing.
How does that guy hide?
So he grabbed me and threw me out the front, and I denied it. I said, no, it wasn't me. And then he rang the football club, and I got into massive trouble over that. I did something similar to this guy at Bunnings, because I emptied out the whole place. And I felt so bad afterwards.
Can we get the whole team in here, please? Now, before we run out against Geelong, I've got a quick question for everyone. Who dropped the fart bomb at the Light Brigade? All right, good gear. Form up, guys. Let's get out there.
It's not something that I am proud of, and I will never do. I'll never do it again. And Tommy, can we please have a team lunch to make it up to the Light Brigade?
Oh yeah,
It's a great establishment on Oxford Street.
Yes, it is, and you won't find yourself in court with Satan's spit.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Whip, this one's for you. You know, when you sort of have a spelling deficiency, you sort of when big words are sort of brought up, you don't want to go anywhere near it. But see, you've got to listen to this, because this could save somebody's life. So this happened over the weekend. This is a 911 call. Have a listen to this.
911, what's your emergency? Yeah, my wife got attacked by a warthog real bad, and I need someone to come up with an ambulance and pick her up. Okay, sir. Can you give me your address? Yeah, we're at 1825 Eucalyptus Drive. Okay, could you spell that for me, sir? I'm going to drag her on over to Oak Street, and you can pick her up there.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to do cost cut brags. I want you to call the show and celebrate what you've saved money on in this expensive time that we're living in. Couple for you, very simple for a cost cut brag. Fitz bought 56 tablets. Finish Powerball Ultimate Plus for the dishwasher. Got it at $24. Recommended retail $50.
Okay.
Wow,
That's
Amazon.
not bad. It's amazing. Louise in Concord West, you've got some cost-cutting brags?
Pardon?
You got a cost-cutting brag, Louise?
Heaps. Well, I shop at Costco.
Yep, what do you
for
got?
Big shops. Finish dishwashing powder
Yep.
and washing powder for
Yep.
$50. And the equivalent is $100.
Wow, cost cut brag.
That's well done,
Yeah,
Louise.
extra
That's
stuff,
amazing.
actually.
You know what I
I
did-
save about $200 when I
Wow.
do a big shop at Costco.
Do you know what else I did, Louis, the
Sat
other
down and worked
day?
it out.
I did
Yeah.
Rexona Original Deodorant. Got it at $4.50. Recommended retail $8.50. Cost cut
Yeah.
brag.
Yeah.
Well, it's if you just
That's
wait for
it.
the right time, they always go down at some stage. Well done, Louise. You've won yourself $250 to spend at Jetstar. Susie in Lamia, what's your cost cut brag, Susie?
Hi, I love to save money, so
Yep.
I go down to Bunnings and buy their 1 litre detergent
Right.
for $1.40, and it fills about 3 of my normal bottles, and I just put it in the expensive bottle brand, and no one knows the difference.
Oh, my God. Tommy, you snagged a cost cut brag from Bunnings the other day, didn't you? What was that?
Oh, yeah. Well, surprisingly, it was the Finnish dishwashing tablets. $18 normally, about $36.
Cost cut
Oh,
brag.
what a win.
Right
What a
there.
huge win.
Erin on the Central Coast, cost cut brag.
Yeah, hi guys. I use ChatGPT to find all of the promo codes for my online shopping, and I've saved thousands.
You're kidding me.
So it can find them for you, Erin.
Yeah, so if I'm online, late at night hiding my shopping from my husband, and I go online and say, ChatGPT, find me promo codes for XYZ internet site, and it'll list them all for me rather than me having to go hunting.
Right, so you're saying I'm looking at a handbag at Oriton or something,
Yeah.
and can you type into ChatGPT, find me a promo code for Oriton?
Yep, absolutely, and it'll just search the web for you and find all of the ones, and there's some random codes that I can get 70%, 50% off.
That is
That-
a cost cut brag.
That is unbelievable, Erin. I'm going to get onto that this afternoon.
You've got to.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Well done, and it is Jetstar's 21st birthday. So, Louise, Susie, Erin, we're going to give you $250 to spend at Jetstar. That'll get you a flight, Ez. Congratulations.
Awesome, thank you.
That is, I signed up to Event Cinemas and the membership pass the other day. Got me movie tickets for Minecraft at $13.
I mean,
Cost
that's
cut
what
brag.
That's what they usually are, mate.
No, they're not, mate. They're more expensive. It was V class.
That's
I got
crazy.
V class for
What's-
$13.
Yeah, what's
That's
that?
wild. It's the biggest screen.
Ah, awesome. Well done.
You got
okay.
IMAX. You got the V
Oh,
class.
VMAX.
VMAX.
Yeah.
V
V
class.
class, gold class, VMAX,
No, that's
IMAX.
that's the Mercedes that
Maxi-Bon,
you've got, mate.
Maxi-Pad. They've got everything.
Have you seen at Hoyt Cinemas they
do you got?
have I can't remember what it's called, but the chairs can vibrate.
Are
have you
you
done that?
serious?
Yeah, so you sit there and the movie, like an explosion will go off and your
4D.
seat vibrates and you can dial up the vibration.
No
That's too
way.
much.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't
Well
want to do
done,
that.
Hoyt. So
It's
lock
not
into
supposed
that.
to be a ride, it's a
It's in
movie.
there for hours.
So I was in there for 3 days.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Oh, this made me laugh so much because this is exactly what my oldies would do. And when you're trying to keep up with technology, it's like us at the moment with AI and trying to work it out. But, okay, so I'm going to set the scene here. I'll put the video up on the screen for you, Whip, so you can see it as well. But it's 2 old people, a couple. They're recording a happy birthday message for someone in the family.
Yeah.
So they've got party hats on. They've got a glass of champagne. There's the happy birthday streamers in the background, okay? So they set up the video. They're ready to go. They've got Alexa. They've only just set up Alexa at home. So it could be Alexa, it could be a HomePod. They're still trying to work it out, but this is exactly what my oldies would do. They go to do a happy birthday message, and here, have a listen to this.
Alexa, play the happy birthday song. Play a specific song with an Amazon Music Unlimited free trial on this Echo. It's free for 30 days and then £5.99 a month until you cancel. Terms in the Alexa app. Should I start your free trial and play Happy Birthday?
Yes, please.
No.
The bank needs additional verification for your payment.
Awesome.
I started your Amazon Music Unlimited free trial on this Echo.
Thank you.
To avoid your subscription ending early, please complete the verification within 3 days. I will send you an email with instructions.
Awesome.
Thank you. Alexa, cancel.
On Amazon Music.
Alexa, cancel.
Alexa.
Council.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Donald Trump had a press conference yesterday. Oh, man.
Is he still going for Pope?
Well, you know what? I'll leave it up to you guys. What would you like first? Because he touched on the subject of the AI-generated photo of him as the Pope.
Okay.
That not only Donald Trump put
Posted,
up,
yeah.
but the White House posted.
Yeah, it's funny. I love it when the White House does a Friday funny.
So you can hear your first response about that, or you could hear about Alcatraz. I don't know if you've heard about this, but he's thinking about opening up Alcatraz again, which, Tommy, I didn't know. Tommy informed us before, earns $60 million a year in tourism.
Does that?
It's an amazing place.
Why did they shut Alcatraz?
It was, too expensive to
Weird
maintain.
they made you swim back, Tom, in that recreation.
Yeah, the only one to make it out.
Have you been there, Fitz?
Yeah, it's
it
amazing.
Good?
It's really eerie. The kids actually loved it. We left him there for 3 days.
I would love to see it.
And then Huey got about 200 metres offshore before he was. We picked him up in the boat.
Remember the story of the guy and one bloke died in Alcatraz, and they sewed him up in a Hessian bag to dump out at sea, and his roommate or his prison cellmate very quickly opened the bag when they weren't watching, got inside, stitched himself back up, got dumped in the water and swam ashore. And he became Donald Trump. That's how Donald Trump got out of Alcatraz.
So what do you want to hear the answer to?
All right,
the
Pope, please.
Okay, here's his response to the AI-generated photo of him as the new Pope.
Catholics were not so happy about the image of you looking like the Pope.
Oh, I see. You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media. Not the Catholics loved it. I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope, and they put it out on the internet. That's not me that did it. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about it. I just saw it last evening. Actually, my wife thought it was cute. She said, "Isn't that nice?"
My question about
Actually, I would not be able to be married, though. That would be a lot. I'd have to the best of my knowledge, popes aren't big on getting married, are they? Not that we know of, no.
Awesome. Just awesome. I don't know anything about it. I don't know where it came from. What I do know is Catholics love it. They thought it was funny.
All Catholics love it.
No, they love a laugh.
Absolutely adore it.
You've got to learn to take a joke.
Okay, so if you haven't heard as well, but he's thinking about opening up Alcatraz as well. He was asked about that.
how did you decide to reopen Alcatraz? How will you use it? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I guess our country needs law and order. Alcatraz is, I would say, the ultimate, right? Alcatraz, Sing Sing and Alcatraz, the movies. But it's right now a museum, believe it or not. A lot of people go there. It housed the most violent criminals in the world, and nobody ever escaped. One person almost got there, but they, as you know the story, they found his clothing rather badly ripped up. And it was a lot of shark bites, a lot of problems. It sort of represents something that's both horrible and beautiful and strong and miserable, weak. It's got a lot of qualities that are interesting.
I thought you meant, Fitz, he wants to reopen it as a tourist attraction.
No,
He wants to open it as an operating jail.
Yes, because they're big on law and order there.
A lot of shark bites. A lot of damage.
It doesn't house too many, Tommy, does it? It's quite small.
About
It's a small island.
336 it housed at the time before they shut it down.
Do you know what? This is terrible to say because I don't want to give him too much airtime. I really like listening to him because I think I'm just in disbelief. It's car crash stuff.
It is.
And I
That's
can't
what
get
it
enough
is.
of it because I sit there watching going, no, he didn't, did he? And he's still going.
Well,
he's on fire.
He's supposedly he's in charge of the most powerful country in the world. That's the scary thing, though, mate.
It's scary. Shark bites.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
As we get older, as you mature more, you realise my wife's really struggling at the moment. She just can't understand that why her two young boys are pushing her away. Teenage years. I said, honey, unfortunately, you're just going to have to get used to it. Because when do you reckon it is? It's your mid-20s when you start going, you know what? Oh, my gosh, I can't believe what that woman did for me.
No, the penny drops. Then you have your own kids and then you really realise what your mum did for you.
And then there's a moment, I think, a realisation that you have in your life where you go, I think I need to say something and apologise of why I was such a little prick.
Yeah.
I
was an absolute turd. Absolute little turd I was. 100% turd. That's
but
3
you know
times,
what?
Tom.
This Sunday, we celebrate the most important people in our lives, our mums. And thanks to Moonpig, we're going to have a beautiful lunch on Friday. We're dressing up, aren't we, boys? We're going to dress up for our mums.
Oh, we'd have to. Have to suit it up, I would have thought. I know Mum rang me yesterday trying to work out what to wear. She's rung me 3 times, I reckon every day. What about this outfit?
Yeah.
When one is getting ready for one's Mother's Day lunch, oh, Christine, put on a frock and I'll see you for a feed.
Moonpig's putting on this great lunch for us. Actually, just in regards to Moonpig as well, if you're struggling to find something like Whippers for his mum on Mother's Day, you can make a personalised card. So you put in photos, a video, they make it up for you and they send it out to your mum.
Okay.
You can create your own masterpiece at moonpig.com, but you needed to write a few words, get creative yourself and tell us what your mum means to you, and you need to register on the Nova Player app or at novafm.com.au like Renee in Campbelltown has. What do you love about your mum, Donna?
Hello. My mum's amazing. She's 69. She's still a bartender and she can make a mean margarita.
Wow. And what's her name, Renee?
Donna.
So why is she still working behind a bar at 69 years of age, Renee?
Why not,
I
mate?
think she loves it.
Yeah.
It's in her blood.
Donna is good.
What is her signature cocktail, Renee?
Definitely a margarita, and she pours a mean beer.
Can we, if she comes along to lunch, can we keep her away from Christine? Because Christine is one of the great guzzlers of the modern era.
We have to stop her from collecting the glasses from the table.
Yeah, that'd be right. Just sit down, Donna, relax and enjoy.
Yeah.
Renee, have you got a little bit of the message that you sent through to us to talk about
I
Donna?
do.
Can you do that?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's have a listen.
Mum, you've taught me how to have fun with life. Dancing down the aisle in the shopping centres and chatting with strangers in the street. They say if you shake your family tree, a few nuts will fall out. You, Mum, are the biggest nut of them all. I love you.
Oh, that
I really
is
like that
magnificent,
expression.
Renee. That is magnificent.
When we shook the family tree, the bloody thing fell over and all the nuts hit the ground. We're an absolute mess, Renee. You don't want to turn up to our Christmas.
Renee, that is magnificent. We're going to see you and Donna on Friday, Hacienda Bar, and thank you very much to them for putting that on as well in the lounge, and we'll have a couple of drinks and celebrate your lovely Donna.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can't wait. Thank you. Thank
Good
you,
on you,
Nova
Renee.
and Moonpig. Thank you.
Oh, you're
No
beautiful.
worries.
Thanks for getting a couple of mentions away.
Like I said, you need to register, write a little message about your mum, and go to the Nova Player app or online at Nova FM. We could be calling you back tomorrow.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about this one because I'm torn on it, but it's started one of the great debates of the modern era, Ryan James. 1.4 million views on this TikTok video. So the woman, her name is Zara, and she is a runner and has always been a runner. She loves a marathon, mate. She'll train and train. And she then posted a video because less than a week ago she did a marathon, successfully completed the 42 kilometres. Congratulations to you, the old Z-bomb. Now her boyfriend has decided to take up running as a challenge. He's never been a runner. He's decided to take up running because he wants to run a marathon also and beat her time.
Oh, well, you know what? It's okay to be a little bit competitive and you push each other, you know what I mean? I don't mind it.
I think the argument is this her thing and we should just celebrate the fact that she's running instead of looking at this as a challenge and you need to get one up on her?
Well,
a lot of people have said, I would break up with someone over this. Someone said, well, so since you're good at running, run again, far away from him.
Oh, give me a break. You know what? He's decided to take up a healthy lifestyle. Look at it in a positive way.
Someone said, God forbid a man to inspire a woman.
Do you know what, though? I want to ask Ash this because Ash is a triathlete and so is her husband. But, Ash, do you like training with your husband? Because I couldn't think of anything worse than training with BJ.
Yeah, no, I love training with him, and we not only train together, he actually also coaches me too. So it's a bit of a double whammy.
Is that weird?
Oh, does he put his foot down sometimes, Ash, and get stuck in here if you're not trying hard enough?
It's normally the opposite. He's normally trying to rein me in a little bit because I'll keep pushing. So he tries to temper it a little bit so I don't get injured or push too hard or whatever.
Husband, coach, lover, best friend.
All of the above.
Feels a bit Stockholm syndrome, to be honest.
I actually only got into Ironman because he did it. So
Do you find it
I'm
a turn
guilty
on?
of what this guy is doing.
Do you find it a turn on because of how fit he is? Like, because he's saying, you get down there and you give me another 50 push-ups on your knuckles. What?
No, well, he's never telling me to do push-ups while I'm training for a triathlon.
No,
to
you
be
don't do
honest.
that. Get back on that bike. Keep your heart rate under control.
He's the worst coach ever. He's getting me to do push-ups and I'm just training on the bike.
It's hard doing a push-up in the water, to be honest.
Do you like being yelled at by him, Ash?
He's never yelled at me. Never.
Ash, this is a personal question, but when do you find him the hottest? Is it when he's hot and sweaty? Like, do you like him like that, or is that disgusting in your eyes?
Probably not. I'm probably a bit like, jump in the shower.
Have you ever
but it's just kind of the state we're in.
Have you ever made out, the two of you, after a big session, right?
Whoa.
Without having a shower?
He'll always give me like a kiss at the end of a run or a ride and say, well done, that was really great. But not full on making out on the side of the road.
I meant really heavy. Gotcha. Really, really heavy. Jackie in Homebush West, do you think this is great, that she's inspired him in some way, or is this him trying to steal her thunder?
No, I think this is amazing. It just sounds like her man's trying to find some excuse to spend more quality time together.
Oh, beautiful.
No, I don't think that's the case because they're not now running together. She's finished hers and he's picked it up.
See, but Jackie, did he have to say that I'm going to beat your time? Fair enough if you want to take up a marathon, but then to say I'm going to beat you is a bit far, Jack?
No, it might just be a bit of sweet talking just to get her blood pumping a little bit more.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, but it feels like he's just trying to keep her on her toes.
Mel in Jordan Springs, should she dump him?
Yeah, definitely. Why do men have to be so competitive all the time?
So
Come on,
true.
guys.
I hate
Let the girls have their own thing.
Yep, let the sisterhood celebrate and whatever they want to do. Well
Keep
said,
the
mate.
hot and sweaty together in the bedroom.
Training for a marathon, the hours that you have to put in for that, and then the other thing as well, Ash, that I need to ask about is the diet leading up to a race. There's a lot of protein going on, isn't there, Ash? Which, unfortunately, you get a lot of emissions coming out the other end, don't you? Like it's full on.
Okay, mate.
Not so much protein, more carbs.
Yeah, carbs.
The amount of like rice and bread and oats and that kind of stuff we're eating, our food bill is through the roof in a lead up to a race.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Tommy, when you did that movie marathon, what was the lead up for that?
It was
for
a
you?
Simpsons marathon, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's obviously a candy bar with popcorn and
how long did that go for?
drinks.
Was it 3 days?
Three days.
3 weeks. Lauren in Penrith, you had bed rot, Tom. Lauren in Penrith, you've got a solution, do you, Loz?
Brain rot listening to this.
I do, Whipper. I think that you should give her a copy of your book.
Oh, the Far Too Personal Trainer. Yes, Lauren.
Give me a break.
Absolutely. All the answers are in the book.
Yeah, absolutely. Still available, the fartoopersonaltrainer.com.au.
Actually, funny you should say that, Lauren, because it is very good for a marathon, for training for a marathon. If you put about 4 or 5 on top of each other, you can do some calf raises up them.
All right, Nick.
Absolutely. Give them out for Mother's Day.
Yeah. Oh, I should take them for the mums on Mother's Day, Lauren. You're a genius.
And you have to send me one too.
Have you got any left, Whip? I don't know if you've... no, sorry, boxes. You've got about 8 boxes
They
left,
sold quickly, so the uptake was rapid. I dropped the price from $29 to just the postage.
Yeah.
And I do have a couple. Tommy, let's send one to Lauren. Mother's Day gifts coming your way. The Far Too Personal Trainer, one of the great erotic novels written here in Sydney.
One of the great.
One of the great, if not the greatest. Lauren,
Well
you're going to
done.
love that.
And thank you to the 14 people that bought one of them.
Ash, you've got your head in your hands.
It's been a wild ride. I didn't know where any of that was going.
Have you read the book, The Far Too Personal Trainer?
I actually haven't.
You
no.
guys could relate.
No way.
I'll get you a signed copy. Actually,
I'm
Nova's
so
asked me.
excited. I can give it to my mum for Mother's Day.
Nova's asked me not to hand them out to staff.
Well, Nova didn't financially back him on this, so he went all in on himself here, Whip, and unfortunately...
Look, the numbers don't stack up, but...
Well, let's just say that one review said it's the best kindling I've had for my fireplace ever.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Okay, we need to talk about this. There's another trend that's started, mate. I cannot believe this, but Tarzos are back.
Tarzos? Oh.
No,
What a waste of money.
These are flying out the door, Whipper. There are kilometres and kilometres of lines at Pop Marts of a new Chinese toy, which they're called Labubu dolls.
Yes.
Now, I don't know. There's a designer from Japan. I'm pretty
It's a
sure
Japanese
who designs
designer,
this.
yeah.
Yes, and they are flying out the door. Now, it's also, I was reading about this, but there's like you're buying blind toys, so you don't know which one you're going to get. They cost around about $32, but on resale sites they go up to $100. And the extent that kids are going to, and adults as well, to actually get these Labubu dolls are unbelievable. One person that we needed to get on the line from Glebe is Ottilie. Good morning, Ottilie.
Hello, good morning.
Ottilie, can you explain, just spell it out? I mean, what Fitzy told you then, is that correct? What are these dolls?
So they're like little keychains, fluffy keychains that you like put on your bag. It's kind of like an accessory.
Yeah, but they look like troll dolls.
Yeah, they're like little monsters.
Okay.
And they have like faces on them. And yeah, they're blind boxes, so you can you have 1 of 6 chance to get like different colors. And then there's also the secret, which is like 1 out of like 100 or 1 out of 72.
Right, and how much would they be worth, Ottilie? If you put them up on a resale website, the secret ones, how much would they be worth?
I'm not sure. I think like maybe $200. It depends on which one.
Okay.
But yeah, they've gotten quite popular now, so some people will pay a lot for them.
Ottilie, can you please tell everyone out there the extent that you've gone to get one of these dolls? How far have you gone?
So I went to Malaysia. I was already planning a Malaysia trip, but I was like, I definitely know that they're going to have some. And in Asia, it's really popular, so they're literally everywhere.
Oh, my God.
And,
Did you try in Sydney, Ottilie, to get one?
Yeah, I went for a whole walk around the city because there's around 3 Pop Mart stores or little vending machines, and I walked all around the city. And they're sold out everywhere. And then there's a few stores that sell them secondhand, but they're more expensive, and you don't know if they're legit.
Okay, so you said they're an accessory. So they've got a little clip, and what, you put them on your handbag, do you?
Yeah. I have one on my gym bag. I have one on my everyday handbag.
So who's the designer, Ottilie? Tell us about the designer.
I'm not really sure. I thought it was someone from Hong Kong, but you said Japan.
Okay, actually, I've got it. Sorry, I've tracked it down. It's designed by Hong Kong-born artist Kaxing Lung. But it's sold through the Chinese toy company Pop Mart. It's the viral obsession. Wow. I mean, it's the thing that the kids are going to get. So what's the biggest lineup you've seen to get these, Ottilie?
I think there's probably when the new ones just came out, there's huge lines. I've heard people waiting in for 2 hours, all across the world as well. Australia's it's just become popular in Australia, but it was it's everywhere in Asia and even in England and stuff.
Oh my gosh,
this is crazy, isn't it?
How many do I need? If I've got one, what am I going to do with it, Ottilie?
I think just walk down the street and get some street cred.
Yeah, so true. We were going to get a dog, but I'll get one of these instead.
Oddly, do you know what? When we were kids, Oddly, what we used to do, we used to put chip packets in the oven, and they were called shrinkies, and you'd shrink them down, and then you put a hole in them and use them as a key ring. That was our obsession back in the day.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
What do you call these dolls again?
Labubu.
Labubu. Okay.
Labubu. Oh, well, Oddly, thank you for filling us in, because I had no idea what these are all about, but it is the latest obsession. We appreciate you coming on the show.
No worries.
Thanks, Oddly.
I've just bought 6 off the internet.
Do you know what? I just had a look on my phone to see if I could buy one, maybe thinking Mother's Day. Can't get one. Sold out.
Yeah.
My God.
You know, it's another phase, mate. It is just another phase. I mean, I'm still... I can still do walk the dog with my Fanta yo-yo, and I'm waiting for that to go up.
Do you know what I did see on the weekend? I got a mate who lives in LA, and he was there with the family and some other people, and you know what they were doing? The Ice Bucket Challenge.
What do you mean?
It's back.
It's not back.
Yes, it is. And I think they nominated you, Tom.
Well, it's...
after
the show. No, well, you remember Hugh Jackman got involved with that. The celebrities got involved. That's why it took off.
Susan Boyle loved the ice bucket.
Well, I'm currently up to 3 minutes of planking.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Keep that up. It's really funny. Remember the effort we went to do that one where you walk into the office and everyone has to be still?
Oh.
And the camera moves through. Or you do the one where everyone's just having a normal meeting and then it cuts to you going psycho with a chicken's head on.
The Harlem Shake.
Yeah.
And then
Thank God that's not around anymore.
That's why who got cancelled by that? You know, the kids' entertainer got cancelled because he...
Oh, Blippy.
Yeah, Blippy.
Blippy got involved in
Blippy did it in a toilet.
Yeah,
Is Blippy cancelled? I've been playing Blippy to my 1-year-old.
It's a different Blippy.
Yeah.
Original Blippy had a couple of...
Blippy on the radar.
Very good. He had a brown out.
I've stopped dabbing now. I thought, I think that's
cool.
gone.
Still pretty cool.
It's not bad.
I'm going to get a low taper fade later on.
Fitz in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.